welcome into Live in the Bay. We have a great show for you today. Coming up, there's no such thing as just one Bay Area housing market. The Mayshore Group breaks down what's really happening neighborhood by neighborhood, the biggest mistakes sellers are making, and why buyers are actually finding homes. Then your coffee break is getting a delicious upgrade. Robu Coffee brings a bold Asian-inspired flavor with Vietnamese coffee, matcha, Japanese milk bread sandos, and desserts in a can. Plus, Elite Public Schools shows us how new STEM wellness and project-based learning programs are preparing students for success beyond the classroom. And later, Bay Area vocalist Rhonda Sauce blends jazz, blues, soul, and Brazilian influences into music inspired by real life. And then she's taking our stage for a live performance. There's so much happening today on Live in the Bay. Hey everyone, welcome into Live in the Bay. Thank you for spending your afternoon with us. I'm Jessica Wills. Happy Thursday, everyone. It is Friday Eve. I feel like there's a little buzz around the office today. We are getting closer to the weekend. We have such a fun show lined up. I'm excited for all of our guests that we'll chat with today. We'll catch up with them in just a bit. Let's get you caught up with any headlines you may have missed in case you missed it. All right, skunks may be known for their stinky reputation, but this little guy is giving the internet a whole new reason to love them. The Cincinnati Zoo shared video of a baby skunk fast asleep in a caretaker's arms, belly up with his tiny paws twitching as he dreams away. The zoo is raising several young skunks to become animal ambassadors, helping visitors learn more about these often misunderstood animals. And this little guy is already winning people over. The adorable video has racked up more than 50,000 views, and who knew that a skunk could be this cute? He's just dreaming away there, twitching. So cute. Love to see these little baby animals. All right, parents, if your kid has ever had a favorite toy that drove you crazy, this polar bear mom might relate. 8-month-old Momota, a polar bear cub at Japan's Ojié Aquarium, has a new obsession, traffic cones, and he absolutely can't get enough of them. He plays with them, carries them around, and has clearly decided they're the best toys ever. Take a look. Momota has figured out how to put the cone over his head and stack several at a time. The only problem, he can't exactly see where he's going. So after one cone accidentally poked mom, she finally had enough and sent the cone flying. And just like that, Momota learned a lesson every kid knows. When mom says that playtime is over, it is over. So really fun to see him just playing around there with the cone, a new toy, and mom is like letting it ride, and then okay, playtime is over. So fun. Okay, very cute. All right, David Letterman is back, and he's got some big names joining him. His Netflix series, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, is returning for season 7, and the lineup is pretty big. There's Matt Damon, Julia Roberts, Jimmy Kimmel, and Alex Honnold. The Emmy-winning show is known for Letterman's long, unexpected conversations, and this season looks like it will be no different. Season 7 arrives on Netflix later this year. So get ready for some big names and some very interesting conversations. I'm really excited for this lineup. I might have seen a handful of these. I don't really follow every single season, but this looks like I need to rewatch these, go back and rewatch some of these. And yeah, I'm excited for Julia Roberts there. All right, your smartphone camera could soon do a lot more than just record. Tech company Honor is showing off a new robot phone with a camera that can actually move. The camera sits on a 3-axis gimbal, so it can flip, pivot, and even follow you around. And thanks to AI, it can recognize what it's looking at, lock onto a person, and track them as they move, whether you're on a video call or recording the action around you. Basically, it's a phone camera that knows where the action is. So let's take a look.
And I think the forefront of where this becomes quite interesting is that it pivots a camera from just being a passive device to a more proactive device. So in this world of AI and agentic AI, when devices start understanding the world around us and the surroundings, imagine having a device longer term which can understand and contextualize what's in front of you, and then they'll be able to give you assistance and support in the future.
Honor says the goal is to make the smartphone camera more than just a way to capture video. They want it to understand what's happening around you and eventually help based on what it sees. So your future phone may not just capture the moment, it could actually understand it. And technology is just getting better and better every day, so no surprise there with this latest development. Okay, Pokemon fans, get ready to catch them all one donut at a time. Krispy Kreme is celebrating Pokemon's 30th anniversary with a new collection of donuts inspired by some fan favorites. And yes, there's a Pikachu along with a few other familiar faces plus a Pokeball. The collection hits Krispy Kreme locations nationwide on August 18th for a limited time. And there's a sweet bonus on August 22nd. Wear your Pokemon gear to Krispy Kreme and you can get a free original glazed donut. That is a pretty sweet way to catch them all. And I love that Krispy Kreme always has these new collections that are coming out. They're always giving away a lot of free donuts if you dress in theme, so this is another fun opportunity there. Okay, let's talk about dating. Dating is getting more expensive, so singles are finding cheaper ways to keep the romance alive. It's called infla-dating, swapping pricey dinners and cocktails for more budget-friendly dates like a coffee, a walk, or a picnic. And there's a reason for the shift. A 2026 BMO survey found the average American date now costs about $189, up more than 12% from last year, and half of those surveyed said rising costs have them going on fewer dates or choosing less expensive activities. But dating experts say that might not be a bad thing. With less focus on the price tag, there's more room to focus on the connection. So these days, romance might look less like dinner and drinks and more like a coffee and a stroll. That is good news for Robu Coffee, who is joining us a little bit later today. But that's going to lead us right into today's question of the day. We want to know, where's the best spot in the Bay Area to take a date? Go ahead and scan that QR code on your screen or head to Instagram and Facebook at Live in the Bay TV to send us your answers. Brady, I was kind of shocked to see the average cost of the date being $189. That is kind of pricey, right?
I mean, I believe it though. That's what it costs to go to dinner now. Have a night, have a drink, have something to eat. So I'm going to keep it in the budget-friendly aspect that we were talking about.
Yeah.
And I live over in the East Bay, so over in Concord, over at Buchanan Fields Golf Course. Now, it is a driving range, which is fun because you get a little activity, but it's very beginner friendly. They turn up the music. You can BYOB, bring your own snacks.
Fun.
All you do is pay for a bucket of balls. You get to hit your balls. You get to eat your snacks, have a good time. Vibes are always high, and it's like 20 bucks.
There you go.
It's really not very expensive, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, budget friendly. I'm kind of along those same lines. I used to like to go in my single days, I like to go bowling. A little bit of competition. We're doing an activity. It kind of gives you a way to like see how the other person is interacting with you while you're doing something fun. You're not just kind of like staring at each other as you're eating your food, so I like that. A little competition, a little activity. Miniature golf was also a fun one, so kind of along the same line. So yeah,
it also shows people's true colors. Like, I'm a really poor sport, and I didn't show my husband that until much later. Yeah. He should have taken me bowling.
There you go. Well, hey, is it good dating weather out there to go out and head out on a date?
Yeah, maybe take a walk out there today. We do have a lot of sunshine over into the East Bay. Here's your look into Walnut Creek. Now, a little bit higher in elevation up in the North Bay, we've got a view from Mount Tam, and your eyes are not deceiving you. We did see a little bit of rain move through our higher terrain up into Marin County. So a little bit of a chance of a sprinkle in our high terrain today and maybe around Half Moon Bay, but otherwise we are just cooling those temperatures down just a little bit today, especially inland. Pacifica only in the 50s still. Most folks sitting in the 60s and 70s. 82 in Brentwood. Brentwood's always our hotter spot, but most of us, even inland, only getting into the 70s as highs today. A little bit of that cloud cover, a little bit of a breeze. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s in the city and for the coastline. And those 60s and 70s really extend through a large part of the Bay Area today. South Bay, mid 70s. That is my ideal weather. We've got about 75 in Dublin. Livermore, you could get very close to 80 degrees. Concord at 77. Maybe you want to go hit some golf balls. I don't know. 77 in Vacaville. 70s for wine country and 70s around Santa Rosa, Petaluma, Novato. A little bit cooler for spots like Point Reyes, Instance, and Beach with that cloud cover hanging around. Today, we're also going to see up in the high country, a little bit of a chance for some thunderstorms and some dry lightning strikes. So that's where a little bit of concern will lie. Maybe some dry lightning creating new fire starts. So something we'll keep a close eye on. Otherwise, here locally, we've got our 2 coolest days today and tomorrow, 70s for our inland spots. Then we get into the 80s Saturday through early next week. We'll hold on to some 60s and 70s for the Bayshore and some 60s for the coastline. Jess.
Brady, thank you so much for that update. Still to come here on Live in the Bay, the real estate market is shifting. So what does that mean for buyers and sellers? The Mayshore Group breaks down where buyers are finding opportunities and the one mistake sellers need to avoid. We'll chat about it next. And later, Bay Area artist Rhonda Sauce is turning real-life stories into soulful music. She'll bring her unique blend of jazz, blues, and Brazilian sounds right here to our stage. We are getting a live performance. Can't wait for that. There's so much more ahead on Live in the Bay. We'll be back. Navigating today's real estate market takes the right strategy. The Mayshore Group combines decades of experience with digital marketing to help buyers and sellers get results. Joining us now are Krista Mayshore and Jalen Sloan to share what you need to know. Ladies, thank you so much for being here at Live in the Bay.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, you will be joining us for a series. You'll be talking us through what's happening in the market and giving us all tips. And so I thank you for that. We are going to be so excited to do this series with you. But first, let's start with who is the Mayshore Group? What are you guys all about? Your mom and daughter team.
Yes, mother and daughter team. We also have my brother Josh, who's with us, and we've been in real estate for 25 years. We have sold over 2,300 transactions in the Bay Area, just the 3 of us. And yeah, we're digital marketing specialists, and we love real estate.
Amazing. Let's talk about the market. Let's jump right in. You know, people sometimes talk about the Bay Area market as if it's one big thing, but is it not like that?
Well, the Bay Area is huge, as we all know, right? So just to kind of put it into perspective, in July in Pleasanton, the median price actually dropped 6.5%, but its neighboring city, Dublin, actually increased by 15%. So it's not only city specific, but it's also neighborhood specific.
Okay, yeah, so you got to kind of look at it on a granular level. I think about like the weather. We have a microclimate weather. Every little area can be a little bit different, and it's going to be the same when it comes to the real estate market.
100%.
Okay, all right, let's talk about selling some homes. Every single weekend, there are open house signs on the corner, but there's a lot of talk about open houses might not be what works anymore. Tell me about this.
No, so actually only 5% of homes sell through open house and yard sign combined, and that's a stat from the National Association of Realtors. Actually, in the 1990s, that stat was as high as 15%, and over time, it slowly shrinks. Like I said, we're at 5% now. Why? It's because digital marketing is such a thing. We prioritize digital marketing so much in order to generate buyers to get through the door, because if you host an open house, even if it's 2 or 3 hours, you know, that could be roughly 10 people. With digital marketing, we're posting videos and doing digital ads that way because we're paying to play, and we're getting hundreds of thousands of views and getting people through the door that way.
Yeah, so you guys are really taking advantage of all the different technologies, all the different avenues now that are available to market this home.
Yeah.
So very, very smart. All right, let's talk about what is the #1 mistake that you are seeing right now that sellers are making?
Well, they are overpricing their homes. And, you know, any real estate agent, their goal is to get the most amount of money because it not only helps the seller, but also makes the agent look good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the market has shifted. It's been shifting for a while, and homes are sitting on the market for longer in most areas. And we're seeing, you know, 11 months, it's been the highest interest rate, 6.9%, especially in the Bay Area, especially in California. That's a huge price tag for a buyer. So sellers need to be realistic about what buyers can afford and also what their home truly is worth. They also need to think about right now when you're talking about, hey, what are houses worth? When you're looking at what is sold, that is a 30 to 60 day old mark. So you need to look at how many homes are actually, you know, going active on the market and how long it's taking them to go pending. That's really important too.
Okay, and where are buyers actually finding the homes that they end up buying right now in the Bay Area?
Online. Like over 50% of buyers are looking online. That's why, as Jalen was saying earlier, open houses, you know, people have been taught to do them for years and years and years, but the buyers are actually starting their home search online first. They're very educated when they come into the market. They're searching neighborhoods. They're searching price ranges. They know more than a lot of times the agents know because they're like little crack monkeys, right, looking at homes online. So yeah, they're very educated now.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense, right? You can find all of that information ahead of time, so you aren't just going out for these open house weekends. You're getting all that information beforehand. For someone who's been waiting on the sidelines, what should they do this week?
talk to someone who's educated. Get in touch with a local real estate specialist and a lender as well. Right now, nationally, the first-time average home buyer is 41 years old. Back in 1991, that age was 28, and it's projected to increase to 42 to 45 by the time it's 2030. And if you want to get ahead and you don't want to follow the statistic, you should get educated. And a lot of people don't think it's in their realm or reach because they don't have the information. And we also have created a first-time buyer's course, a buyer's course in general, and seller's course that's specific and strategic for the East Bay area, South Bay area, and so forth. So
yes, okay, amazing. Yes, you have the courses. That's available on your website to find out more information. Before I let you go, I just want to ask, what is one thing that you think really sets the Mayshore Group apart? I can understand just talking with you guys. You guys take a lot of different approaches to make sure you are satisfying your clients. What would you say sets you apart?
100%, it's our experience, obviously over 25 years, selling 2,350 homes, but also I actually am a national real estate coach. I teach agents how to utilize digital marketing, social media, and video to get massive online exposure, and that's what we specialize in. We study it, I've spent almost $2 million, quite frankly, learning the skill, so we take all of that and we put it into our marketing, and Jalen is a genius when it comes to that as well, of applying everything.
And we love what we do, and we love working together as well.
Yeah, I can see the vibes. I can see the chemistry. I know you guys
when
really
you love what you do, people love what you do.
There you go. Yeah, Jalen and Krista, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, Jess, thank you so much. It was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you want to learn more about the Mayshore Group, you can head to their website. That's 925move.com. We'll also post their information on our website, of course, liveinthebay.tv. Coming up, Robu Coffee is putting a creative Asian twist on your daily cup. We're checking out the Vietnamese-inspired cafe that's serving up some seriously unexpected treats. And as we head to break, you can still answer our question of the day. Scan the QR code right there. We want to know, where is the best spot in the Bay Area to take a date? Let us know, and your answer could be read in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Live in the Bay is coming right back. Robu Coffee is putting a creative Asian-inspired twist on the coffee shop experience. Founder Tammy Huynh is joining us to share how her Vietnamese roots and travels across Asia inspired the menu and created a delicious new way to perk up your day. Tammy, welcome to Live in the Bay.
Thank you so much for having us.
I'm so excited, and this looks so beautiful. I can't wait to dive into all of it. But first, I want to learn a little bit about your story. Tell me, how you decided to start Robu Coffee.
I started Robu Coffee because I want to bring Asian flavor that I grew up drinking, as well as through my travel where I discovered different flavors. So I want to introduce, the community, how Asian flavor can be fun with coffee and matcha.
Yeah, and what do you remember about your early days in your childhood and kind of growing up around the coffee experience, maybe?
Well, for childhood, I came from Vietnam, so I always go to a coffee shop, different coffee shop with my dad. The coffee shop scene in Vietnam, it's quite big. You can find coffee shop literally every mile. So that's, Vietnamese coffee is something that, I grew up drinking. So it's important to me to bring that into Robu.
Yes, beautiful. Well, let's dive into some of these flavors because there is a lot here and it is all so pretty. Why don't we start over here? Tell me what I'm seeing with all of these.
So this one here is our cherry blossom latte. The cherry blossom latte was inspired by my trip to Japan. And then the next one is, which is one of my favorite, is our salted coffee. It's a Vietnamese coffee base with the salted foam on top.
Salted foam on there. Yeah, I can see all the foams and all the different cups, and it looks so, so pretty. What is this green flavor right here?
That one is my mom's favorite. That is our pandan latte.
Okay. And then we'll talk about maybe a couple of other these. I like the purple. What is that? Is that the ube?
Yes, you're right. That's the ube. It's actually a coconut ube. So we merge coconut ube. So it has 3 layers. The top layer is the ube foam, and in the middle, which is that the white layer, that is our coconut cream, and is the base is Vietnamese coffee base.
Wow, yes, all of these are so intricate, different layers and all the different foams, the different flavors. So all of these are inspired from your travels.
Yes, and also from my childhood that I grew up as well too. So it's familiar taste, and I want to bring that Asian profile. And ultimately, I want to do is, add diversity into the coffee space.
Yeah, beautiful. You are doing just that, absolutely, with all these different flavors. And I love how you were able to kind of capture your culture and your childhood and put it into these signature drinks that are just so, so beautiful. One of your other signatures are the Sandos right here.
Yes.
And these are so pretty as well. You know, tell me about the Sandos. I see a little bit of savory and a little bit of sweet.
Yes, so this is our egg sandos. It's actually made with real, I call it real Japanese milk bread. So the ingredients are actually imported from Japan.
Okay.
And it's actually, that one is special to me because actually the recipes that passed down from my stepdad's Japanese mother. So it's very authentic.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. And then I see these strawberry ones, the ones with the fruit, are so pretty, so colorful. You know, what did you want to create with those ones?
So for the strawberry one, it's actually, our strawberry sando is very popular at our shop. It's actually made with fresh strawberries, and the cream, I want to create something that's light, fluffy, refreshing. So the cream is not overly sweet.
Okay.
It has a really good balance.
Okay, amazing. We have to get to these cans right here too, because these are so, so fun. You know, tell me about these desserts here that you created.
So our can segment just launched last Saturday.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you so much. And you know, for me, I was a single mom, so I'm always on the go. So I want to create something where I can just throw in my purse and enjoy it whenever I want, and wherever. So that's how the dessert in the can segment really came about.
That makes so much sense. Okay, I'm diving into this one because you said I had to taste one. So this one, tell me about the flavors here.
That is our banana pudding. That's I love, but anything banana pretty much.
This is your favorite.
Yes, it's very light. And we actually make with real bananas, no artificial flavors.
Wow, it's so good. Yeah, definitely.
So much.
You get that lightness and all the flavor coming through. Not overly sweet. Oh, it is so, so good.
We want you to taste the flavor, not just sugar.
Delicious.
I'm so glad you like it.
So, so good. Where can people find Robu Coffee?
You can find Robu Coffee in Mountain View. We're in Mountain View, or order online at robu.coffee. We're also on Instagram as well too. You can follow us on Instagram at robu.coffee.
Okay, Tammy, thank you so much for joining us to share all about everything you've created. It is all beautiful and delicious.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, of course. If you want to learn more about Robu Coffee, you can head to our website. We'll link their information there, liveinthebay.tv. When we come back here on the show, Samuel L. Jackson and Eva Green are taking For Better or Worse to a whole new level. Their marriage takes a dark turn when a $30 million insurance scheme enters the picture. We've got a first look at the twisted trailer for Just Play Dead. Don't go anywhere. Live in the Bay. We'll be right back.
I'm meteorologist Brady Brewster in the KRON4 Plus Weather Center. We are tracking beautiful weather for the first week of August. If you're heading to the high country, temperatures in the Sierra are going to be into the 80s with a whole lot of sunshine. That's your Northern California Toyota Getaway Report.
Welcome back to Live in the Bay. I'm Jessica Wills. Still to come on the show, the classroom is getting a new look. Elite Public Schools is reimagining the school experience with hands-on learning and spaces designed to help students thrive. And later, we're turning up the soul. Bay Area artist Rhonda Sauce puts real-life experiences into her music, and she's bringing that one-of-a-kind sound to our stage. We're getting a live performance right here on Live in the Bay. But first, let's see what you had to say about our question of the day today. Today, we want to know, where is the best spot in the Bay Area to date? I'm excited to hear our viewer answers. Let's bring in our first one. This is coming from Jeannie, who said Muir Woods. Okay, Muir Woods. Jeannie, I don't know what exactly Muir Woods is, so I need to look that up because it's a good date spot. So any singles out there, if you're looking for a date, that's a great place to go. Thanks, Jeannie. Let's bring in our next viewer. This is Val, who said Top Dog. Okay, this is out in Fremont, or it's a restaurant actually. So this is a good restaurant to go to take a date. And that sounds like a great place to just go enjoy some company and see if you have that connection. Thank you. Let's bring in our next viewer. This is Alex from Fremont, who said the historic Niles District. This is a walkable neighborhood, lots of places to stop into. So maybe you're not committed to one spot, you know, for the date. If it's not going well, you can maybe just bop over it, see if the vibe changes. But that is a good one. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in their answers today. We love to hear from you. This is an easy way to chime in and be a part of our show. All you have to do is scan the QR code there. You can also go to our social media pages. We post it every day on our social media at Live in the Bay TV on Instagram and Facebook. We love to hear from you guys. All right, Samuel L. Jackson and Eva Green are taking marital drama to a deadly new level. They play a couple who will do just about anything to outsmart each other, all for a $30 million payday. Here's the first look at the new action thriller, Just Play Dead.
This may come as a surprise to you, but death is a special concoction of mine. Hello, lovey. You are going to need this drink. You and I have been living on embezzled funds. We have 30 days till we're both in jail.
God, how do I hate you.
Why do you think you own 51% of the company? Wives can't testify, no matter what they know. But have no fear. I'm insured for $30 million. So, would you like to retire to the patio and plan my murder? You find a young lover, convince him to help you murder me.
My husband wants us to kill him, but instead of framing you, we'll kill him, and we'll have $30 million.
He wants to frame me?
30 million.
You're the young man defiling my wife. I think you and I are each other's salvation.
I'm a detective. If Jack shows up dead, I will arrest you.
I'm trapped.
Did it ever occur to you that you're the one being used?
He's onto us.
And we have to be smart. It could just be like a game. Sexy little game.
Good times, eh, love?
This is out of control.
I'll find them both. I'll beat it out of him if necessary.
You know what they say? 3 people can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead.
All right, Just Play Dead hits select theaters August 28th before it goes on demand September 1st. Looks like a good one. When we come back here on Live in the Bay, Elite Public Schools is reimagining the classroom with hands-on learning and new ways to help students thrive. We'll see how they're preparing the next generation to lead with confidence in a changing world. Stay right there. Live in the Bay. We'll be right back. As students head back to school, Elite Public Schools is finding new ways to make learning more engaging while helping students build the skills that they'll need for the future. Joining us now, our CEO, Dr. Ramona Robinson Bishop, and Director of Partnerships and External Affairs, Tasha Johnson, to tell us what's new for students this school year. Dr. Ramona and Tasha, thanks for being here at Live in the Bay.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, this is such a fun time going back to school. And Dr. Ramona, I want to start with you. Tell me about the vision that you wanted to create with Elite Public Schools.
So 7 years ago, we started a school that was really just designed to have a place where all children felt comfortable, felt seen, felt heard throughout the day, and a place where they started young, learning how to code, learning how to speak Spanish if they don't speak at home, and where they could graduate trilingual, competent in English, Spanish, and coding, and ready for the real world. So that's what we wanted.
Incredible. You wanted to provide an amazing opportunity for all the students there, expanding their horizons, and that's exactly what you're doing. Tasha, tell me about the expanded project-based learning and how that you guys hope that this really excites and invigorates the students to learn.
Yes, well, I mean, in Elite Public Schools, we believe that school should be fun. And so we created the interest-based learning academies where starting in 9th grade through 12th grade, our high schoolers are able to pick an interest, whether it's arts and entertainment, if it's in the athletic realm, not just with the ball, but all of the other jobs that surround that, entrepreneurship, work development. There are a lot of different interests where we can tap into the children's what they like early and nurture that.
Yes, incredible. Again, you guys are doing just an amazing opportunity, offering these opportunities to students. Dr. Ramona, investing in student success is something that's very important to you, of course. You know, tell me a little bit how you guys are approaching that.
It's huge. So, you know, technology is moving really quickly and rapidly. And so one of the ways we're investing is for this Interest Academy, we're having our students have a high-level computer that can access all of the AI components that we as adults are using now, right? We want to keep our children current, relevant with what the workforce is going to demand. And so we're excited to invest in new computers for all of our high school students and an AI agent for them as well. That's going to help them with their goals and help them set them and reach them ultimately.
Amazing. Yeah, it is so important. AI is everywhere, right? So we want to make sure that the next generation is understanding that they're going to know this better than we do. They are going to grow up with it. They're going to know it way better than we do. And so that's exciting to think what they will have in the future. Let's talk about the STEM labs, you know, and what you guys are offering there.
Okay. You want to take it?
Go ahead.
Our STEM lab was recently renovated this summer, where we're upgrading our computer, our technology, our Wi-Fi, everything to be able to adapt to this new learning and project-based and other increases and enhancements that we want to offer to our scholars.
Yes, and one of the other areas of that is wellness. You know, I feel like you can't talk about students today without them really understanding. They all know much more about mental health and wellness than we did, again, at their age. So what are you doing for students in terms of wellness?
That's such an important question. The year we opened our school, all schools closed for COVID. And so wellness has been a really important part of what we do and offer our young people. We have mental health therapists on the ground every single day. So it's normalized to say, I'm not okay today. I need to talk to someone. And so just having those resources available, again, is just seeing our students for who they are. Really, they're not adults, but they're little young adults in training. And so we want to provide the same things that we get as an access as adults for our young people ultimately.
So important. Tasha, you know, seeing students come through the school and all the experiences they get learning and being a part of the program, what is the most rewarding part for you to see their growth?
Watching the change. As a parent, I have a child who graduated from Elite, and so watching the growth, and not just my child, but the children that I get to know on campus, and watching them accept and buy into the program that's being offered to them and matriculate into beautiful things.
Yeah, Dr. Ramona, I want to ask you the same question. What's the most rewarding part for you?
Same, and just people realizing what we're doing. St. Mary's College came forward with any student that graduates from your school automatically gets accepted and gets a scholarship.
Wow.
So just having people see what we're doing and then want to make contributions has made a huge difference.
Yes, amazing. For anyone that wants to learn more about the school, possibly thinking of sending, you know, students there within their family, or maybe to make a contribution like you just said, where can they learn more information?
ElitePublicSchools.org. Come on, and we would love to have you.
Yeah, and is registration still open right now?
It is still open right now, yes.
Okay, amazing. Well, thank you both so much for joining us to share about what you're doing. This is such an incredible opportunity for the students, so we appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. If you want to learn more about Elite Public Schools, you can head over to their website. That is elitepublicschools.org. We'll also post the information on our website, of course, liveinthebay.tv. After the break, she's turning real life into rhythm. Bay Area artist Rhonda Sauce blends jazz, blues, soul, and Brazilian sounds to create music with a story. We are getting a live performance after the break. And as we head to break, here's a look at what you can catch tonight here on KRON4. Stay right there. Live in the Bay. We'll be right back. Bay Area vocalist, composer, and band leader Rhonda Sauce is serving up a sound all her own, blending jazz, blues, soul, and Brazilian music with stories pulled straight from real life. She joined us now to share the inspiration behind her newest music and what audiences can expect from her upcoming performances. Rhonda Sauce, welcome to Live in the Bay.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
It is so fun to have you. We are going to get a performance in just a little bit, but I want to learn more about you as an artist. Tell me a little bit about your background and what what got you to here today?
Totally, yeah. I'm from the Bay Area, born and raised, grew up in Oakland and San Leandro, and music has always been a part of the infrastructure of my life, but I never thought that I could pursue this, especially like at the professional level and all the things that I'm doing. So it's, you know, I grew up playing violin, guitar, and took that with me, and then kind of abandoned music during my college years to go sow my wild oats. And it's kind of like my anchor and my true North Star, and I found my way back into music when I finished grad school in 2018. And I did what any sensible person would do in a pandemic, and I quit my engineering job to become a musician full-time.
Well, congratulations. I think it is serving you well.
Thank you.
And you know, one of the things about your music is you really like to incorporate your real life experiences and bring that into your music. Tell me how you're doing that.
I always thought that being a jazz singer would be glamorous, and you know, there's just a lot of humor and comedy and things that you just need to laugh at. And so I try to incorporate as much silliness as possible in these songs that are often talking about, you know, really deep, vulnerable, and maybe darker emotions. And it's been so well received by everybody. You know, they're a body of songs that have been written anywhere from as long as 8 years ago to in the last 3 months. And so with every song that I write, I try to figure out a way to just connect and see that the human experience is a little more universal, and we're not maybe as alone as we think we are.
Yeah, you're keeping it real, right? I think that real is always going to resonate. So you're bringing all of that into your sound, and that makes total sense. Talk a little bit about your influences, because it's R&B, jazz, some Brazilian. You know, tell me, where does the influence come from?
So, you know, as a biracial person, I think my whole life has been so many cultures and musics and foods and experiences, and I think a lot of, like, in my artistry, what has caused me a lot of pause is that I feel like I don't really fit into specific buckets or genres. And there's something about just being my most authentic self and embracing all of those parts of me, and there's something to be said about not having to choose what to demonstrate. And so, you know, you bring it up. Yeah, there's some R&B, there's some gospel, there's some Brazilian music. And I know externally it seems like a lot of different things, but that's just kind of my upbringing. And so to me, it's one thing, and I've never had to choose. And I'm kind of bringing that in and pulling the audience in as well. Just showing them, like, maybe we all have a wide breadth of musical desires.
Yeah, I think we do. I think we do, and I think that's beautiful. You have some upcoming shows. I want you to plug. Where can people see you?
Oh, yeah. So tomorrow, Friday, we will be at the Back Room in Berkeley. And then August 29th, we will be at Keys Jazz Bistro in San Francisco.
Okay, so much fun. You are going to perform a little song for us right now. Tell me what we're going to see.
So this is probably one of the more vulnerable songs in this body of work, and it is called Promise Me You Won't Be Mad. I really have to tell you that I think I left my cell phone in the bathroom of the other bar.
Ooh, okay, I like this. Well, without further ado, I think it is time to have you get into place. We are ready to see you perform. We've heard how Rhonda Sauce turns real-life experience into music, and now it's time to hear that sound come to life. She's joined by her band to give us a special taste of her newest original music. Rhonda, take it away.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Where do we go from here, my dear? It's getting rather late. Should we call a car? Promise me you won't be mad. I really need to tell you that I think I left my cell phone in the bathroom of the other bar. You say that you'll call, and then I hear nothing at all. But wait, I feel lost with no connection. I'm in need of your affection, and this constant disconnection is pushing you away from me. It's not you, that's not true. But I can't imagine what would happen even if I wanted to. You're so vain, you haven't changed. But I keep on going back and forth. I'm wondering if I am at blame. So where do we go from here, my dear? It's getting rather late. Should we call a car? Promise me you won't be mad. I really need to tell you that I think I left my cell phone in the bathroom of the other bar. I feel lost with no connection. I'm in need of your affection, and this constant disconnection is just pushing you away from me. You're so vain, you haven't changed, and I keep on going back and forth. I'm wondering if I am at blame.
Rhonda, that was incredible. Thank you guys. Introduce your bandmates, please.
Yes, this is Williams Martins on pandeiro. This is Adam Klippel on keyboard.
Thank you guys. That was so lovely. What a beautiful voice. Thank you so much. Where can people follow along with your music, your career, all the things?
Yes, on my website, www.rhondasauce.com. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Rhonda Sauce, RHONDA.
Thank you. If you want to learn more about Rhonda Sauce, we'll link her information on our website. That is liveinthebay.tv. Incredible job. Thank you guys. Stay right here. We'll have a look at what's coming up tomorrow on the show. But first, here's what you can catch tonight here on KRON4. Live in the Bay is coming right back. Tomorrow on Live in the Bay, Smish Smash serves up the crispy edge burgers that made it a San Francisco favorite. Plus, Local Getaways has your weekend covered with food, live music, and summer fun around the Bay. That does it for us today. Thank you so much to all of our guests. We had so much fun. If you missed anything, you can head to our website, liveinthebay.tv. Have a great afternoon, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.